What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Moth. If you are rocking with this content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. But today, I'm going to hit y'all with my thoughts on this new G Herbo project entitled Strictly For My Fans 2. So, G Herbo, he's one of the hardest, grittiest, and most consistent drill artists in the game. With G Herbo, you are going to get those moments of introspection and substance, but his subject matter is still very much drill related. Even though he's matured as a person, he still comes across as conflicted. But this new project, Strictly For My Fans 2, is his follow-up to his 2016 release, and it is Herbo's first project since last year's Survivor's Remorse double album. Strictly For My Fans 2 contains 12 tracks lasting approximately 32 minutes. But with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with this track by track breakdown. The opener, No Limit, has this ghostly drill beat and it features No Limit West. And on here, there's plenty of shooter talk and they are speaking on standing on No Limit business. Lyrically, there was not a whole lot to dissect here, but it does tap into that raw drill aesthetic. So as an opener, I felt it was just okay. Track 2, Watch Me Ball Part 2, is a more aggressive, in-your-face banger. So no real complaints, but then again, it's nothing I'd be in a hurry to revisit. I did like the following lines though. I'm hoping this shit a hit. I lost my brothers for this shit. This from Herb. I'm hoping you hear this shit. Got rich off verbs and synonyms. Track 3 is Outside with Glorilla and Melo Bucks. Now, this is a dark and high energy drill anthem that I can't really hate on. I think Mellow Bucks and Glorilla had crunk, up-tempo verses. Now, I will say this concept of being outside is a little overcooked at this point. But as far as dark and aggressive bangers go, it's alright. Next is What You Need, which is a two-part track produced by Southside. The first portion has a softer, moodier sample, while the second beat has these icy and piercing strings that go super hard. There wasn't much to report on lyric-wise, but I was a fan of the production, especially on the second beat. Track 5 is Fuck Ops, and it has a nightmarish trap beat from Southside. It's gritty, lo-fi with this distorted bass. It's dark, angry, and just a demented track that could possibly boost the crime rate. I did like Herb's grim depiction of that life. You under pressure, tell me what happens next when your heart jumping out your chest. That paranoia turn to stress. You see his soul just less and less over your shoulders. Dude's getting stretched. After this is Every Day, where we have a plucking trap instrumental, courtesy of Oz on the track. And it's a wavy, hustling anthem that's still aggressive. G Herbo does have some insightful words, though. I can't be effing up my budget because I'm independent. I got way too much vision for a head-on collision. Gotta move with precision. I gotta make a decision. I also like that Glock with the 50 will give you power, but you better not abuse it. It's gonna be the streets or the industry. I gotta choose it. Following this is Off Days, which has a dark, chaotic instrumental. Here, Herbo talks about waking up early and staying up late. It's intended to be motivational, but he does come across as pissed off. Yeah, this one didn't leave a huge impression on me. After this is Dead or Alive, where we get a haunting sample. The backdrop is chilly and psychedelic, reminiscent of older Herb production. On this one, he's declaring himself as the trillest, dead or alive. You know, he feels he's the illest bar for bar. As a whole, this was one of the standouts that I could definitely see myself returning to. Track 12, We Don't Care, it sort of represents a change in pace sonically for the remainder of this project. Now, We Don't Care has mellow pianos and an angelic vocal sample. Even with this pretty instrumental, G Herbo talks about feeling jaded, finding nothing too exciting about the rap lifestyle anymore. He also reflects on the things he did in the past that others wouldn't dare to do. So at the end of the day, he has seen too much to really care. Track 10, Letter to My Lover, is introspective G Herbo. It's backed by a gloomy instrumental with these elegant keys. On Letter to My Lover, Herb is showing some vulnerability and expressing his regret for failed relationship. He states, I know how your trauma built a grudge, but I won't judge you. Letter to my lover, your love like a drug too. When we fell in love, I was fighting demons and battling drug use. So it's easily one of the best written songs on this project. Track 11, Any Other Way, has a lush Black Eyed Peas sample that feels like the calming after a storm. On here, Herb shares some war stories, reflecting on doing drills, but when he slid, he didn't do it for clout, like some lames would do. And he admits that even when he did drugs, it was only to feel the love that was missing. Then the project comes to a close with I Feel This, and it's a track where Herbo makes you feel his pain, and he's confident the trenches are gonna feel it. It has one of my favorite beats as I dug the alluring, succulent keys, and there's some of the better bars on the album. So overall, I give this project a rating of 3 mics. I thought it was an alright project, worth checking out if you are a big G Herbo fan. I definitely feel the second half of this project was stronger, mainly because the production seemed to better suit Herb and his lyrical content was sharper on the back end of this album. Sure, there were some up-tempo bangers on the first half, but I doubt I'd revisit them. You know, they aren't technically bad, but they are kind of forgettable. Lyrically, I'd say this wasn't one of his stronger efforts either, and on a couple of these tracks, his message was kind of all over the place. My favorite tracks include Dead or Alive, We Don't Care, Letter to My Lover, Any Other Way, and I Feel This. Let me know what you thought about this project in the comment section. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out, but be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. As always, it's peace and blessings. G Herbo, strictly for my fans. 2, 1.